Ethan was a good person, funny at home, honest with himself, comfortable in his own head. But the moment he walked into a room full of people, he disappeared. Not dramatically, nobody would have noticed, but he noticed. The real opinions, gone. The actual laugh, replaced. The things he wanted to say, swallowed. And what haunted him wasn't that it happened. It was that he couldn't stop it. So Ethan asked himself one question. Why is it that the people who seem the most free, the ones everyone gravitates toward, the ones who walk into rooms and just own who they are doing something that goes completely against everything you've been taught? What do they know that Ethan didn't? That question changed everything. The version of you that shows up around people, it wasn't chosen, it was trained. Go back. You're 7, maybe 8 years old. You said something real, and the room went cold. Didn't matter who caused it. What mattered was the lesson your brain recorded in that moment. That version of me caused rejection. Don't do that again. So you updated. You softened the edges. You swapped the risky opinion for the safe one, and your brain called it protection. The problem is that protection software was written when you were a child, and it never got the update. So it still hides you from the exact people who might actually love the real version. Here's the part most people never realize. When Ethan walked into a room, he thought he was nervous about the people there. He wasn't. Over years of growing up, his brain had quietly assembled a jury, a panel of judges he carried everywhere he went. The parent who was never quite satisfied, the teacher who always looked a little disappointed, the friend who laughed at him in front of everyone, and he never fully forgot it. They weren't there, but he performed like they were, every single time. Every word chosen carefully, every opinion swallowed, every laugh that came out slightly too late, all of it filtered through what they would think. The real him wasn't being hidden from the people in the room. It was being hidden from the jury that only existed in his own head. After every social situation, Ethan would come home and feel exhausted in a way he couldn't explain. Not physically tired, just empty. That's the cost of running two versions of yourself at the same time. One is you. The other is the character you perform for the last 3 hours. And the longer you perform, the more you forget what the real version sounds like. Ethan had a moment that broke him open. Someone asked him, completely casually, "So what do you actually enjoy doing?" He went blank. Not because he had no answer, but because he'd spent so long editing himself for everyone else that he couldn't access himself anymore. He didn't know who he was, outside of who he was performing to be. So Ethan made a decision, not a dramatic one, just one small decision. The next time he was in a room with people, he was going to say one real thing, just one. It happened at a dinner. Someone made a claim. Everyone nodded. Old Ethan would have nodded too. Instead, he said quietly, "I actually don't think that's true." The table went still, just for a second. And then someone leaned forward and said, "Oh, thank God. I've been thinking the same thing." And just like that, the whole energy shifted. People started saying what they actually thought. The conversation went somewhere real. He drove home that night and sat in his car, and something clicked. Because it wasn't just that the conversation went well, it was that people leaned in. They opened up. They stopped performing too. One sentence from him, and the entire room exhaled. Why? Ethan had spent years trying to be likable, agreeing, softening, managing, and nobody leaned in. One moment of just being real, and everything shifted. There was something specific happening there, something he couldn't name yet. But a few weeks later, he saw it, clearly, for the first time. And once he saw it, he couldn't unsee it. Remember the question from the beginning? What do the people who seem the most free, the ones everyone gravitates toward, what do they know that Ethan didn't? He found the answer at a party. There was a guy there, ordinary face, ordinary clothes, nothing about him that should have stood out. But within 20 minutes, he was at the center of every conversation. Not the loudest, not the funniest, not trying harder than anyone else. Ethan watched him all night, and then it hit him. Everyone else in that room, including Ethan, was running a program in the background. Does this make me look stupid? Did that land right? What are they thinking right now? This guy wasn't running that program. When something bored him, it showed. When he disagreed, he just said so. No apology, no managing. He wasn't performing comfort, he was comfortable. And that was it. That was the whole thing. He was not managing how he came across. Not confidence, not charisma, just the complete absence of performance. And the thing that hit Ethan hardest, the version of you people pull away from, is almost never the real one. It's the managed one, the one behind glass, the one they can feel but never quite reach. That night, Ethan stopped managing, just for one conversation, said what he actually thought, let a silence sit without filling it, reacted how he actually felt, and the person across from him leaned in closer. Not because Ethan became more impressive, but because he finally became reachable. He spent years thinking the real him was the problem. Turns out, the real him was the only thing that ever actually worked.